Nick Saban is back with me on ESPN Radio. Congratulations, Coach.
Hey, Greeny, how you doing, man? You doing good?
I am doing fine, not as well as you, as you got, as everything that came together. And, we talked a little bit along the way. And, I guess I'd like to start with this. It's your seventh national championship, culminating a season that was unlike anything that any of us have ever witnessed, and certainly anything you've ever been through. So how do you think you'll remember this one differently than all the rest?
Well, I think this was a great team, and I think all the challenges of this season, all the disruptions that we had, was a challenge for every player to, be able to stay focused, buy in, do the things that they needed to do, not be affected by any circumstances and situations that changed, whether a game got changed, postponed, whether we couldn't have spring practice, whether we couldn't do summer conditioning like we normally do, whether we had players missing for certain games. I mean, this was a season where, I told the players in the beginning, whoever handles the disruptions of this season the best will end up the best in the end. And they certainly did that. They took it to heart. It was a challenge. And actually, I think a lot of the disruptions actually made our team closer.
And so the reputation that you have is as one who never stops and smells the roses. You never take a moment to celebrate. How did you celebrate this championship?
Well, it's always a great feeling for the players. I really wanted it for this team probably as much as any team I've ever coached because of their resiliency that they showed as a group throughout the season, the leadership that we had, the togetherness we had. This was truly a team. And for that reason, I was really, really happy and excited for them. You're always thinking about what's up next. So when you ask me how I celebrated for, maybe one day, one night, and then you have all the issues that come with starting all over and trying to build your team for the next year, whether it's hiring staff, helping players, make decisions about where they're going to go and what they're going to do. So you really can't stop and smell the roses much, or somebody's going to pass you up in a hurry.
That's just the way it is, isn't it? And, I've asked this question over the course of the years to Bob Knight, to Mike Krzyzewski, to Bill Belichick in different circumstances. What drives you at this stage of your life, with everything you have accomplished, to continue to put everything into it that you have to stay at the level that you are?
Well, I've answered that question. First of all, I hate to lose. Secondly, I don't care. Your DNA helps you to have pride in your performance, so you want to be the best and do the best for the people in the organization. And, when you're a leader of that organization, now that's a huge responsibility to get everyone else in the organization to have the right mindset to be able to continue on. I say it all the time, success is not a continuum. It's momentary. And if you don't continue to do the things probably even better than you did them before, someone else is, going to try to do it better than you did it, and you're always going to get the other team's best game when you're in this position, when you win a championship. So, and I think everybody's got to have the right mindset, to face those challenges.
Greeny and the great Nick Saban is with me on ESPN Radio. So your old quarterback, Greg McElroy, told a great story when we were talking about the way the game has changed. And he said that when he was at Alabama playing for you, that your definition of a good practice was when the defense dominated. And your definition of a bad practice, you would get all mad if the offense had a good day. That was his perspective. I can't vouch for it one way or the other. Clearly, the game has changed so much. How has your view of winning football adapted with the way the game has changed?
Well, I think, to some degree, Greg's an offensive player, and, they're all outcome-oriented guys. And I'm a process-oriented guy, so you can tell him I said that. But anyway, in the beginning, I think football was played to play great defense, and you sort of tried to keep yourself from getting beat before you could win. And I think theoretically that's how the game was played. But in the last probably 10 years, it's changed dramatically. Points are going up. The rules in college football favor the offense relative to RPOs, blocking downfield, on passes caught behind the line of scrimmage. All these things have really favored point production So we have been, like scored more points than anybody in the last 3 years, and we probably haven't played as well on defense. So I think that you have to be able to score points nowadays to be able to have success. You obviously want to play good defense as well, but I don't think anybody's winning these games in the playoffs in college football or big games in college football that can't score points. So we've sort of, changed philosophically a little bit. It's not really defense first. It's really, we gotta win however we can win, and the way we've been able to win the last couple of years is outscore people.
And that really, to me, and I said this after the championship game, that's the sign of the really great leader, because a lot of people will bemoan, and I know for a while there you were concerned about it, and I don't really love it either, to be honest with you, but many will sit and bemoan, well, this isn't the way we always used to do it, and this isn't as good. But at the end of the day, you had to change your philosophy or you were going to be left behind, right?
No question. There's no question about it. We had to change the way we played offense. We were more of a pro style, run the ball, play action pass, be good on third down, try to have a good passing game for third down. Now it's wide open, every play. But, I have another thought for Greg McElroy, just so we can get this in.
Yeah.
He also should tell you that we always sort of do what our players can do. So, when we have a quarterback that can throw it and do all that stuff, then we're a little more wide open. And so just a thought.
He did. I will make sure he hears that. He's probably listening right now. But he did say it to me. He used to say, Greeny, anytime the offense had a good day in practice, Nick was mad. He was furious. That was a terrible day. And when the defense dominated, he was always happy with our effort. That was his, for one way or another, that was his perspective on it. Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.